Good evening, and welcome, travelers, to episode 19 for NearDark Studios' Dungeons & Dragons Death Attack. Tonight's episode, The Laws of Admission. Before we get into tonight's game, I'm going to do something a little new tonight, where my players will describe what happened last episode. Whether they're right or wrong will greatly depend on how well their notes and memory were. So we're going to start with this side of the table. I feel like Elijah here is an ample student.
Don't have him start first then.
Yeah, why would you
start here?
I'm giving Elijah the opportunity of stealing the easy one.
That's
and then
fair.
working your way around the table.
That's not fair.
So go ahead, Elijah, give me a...
Playing favorites.
What happened?
So, the night started off with a torrential downpour of rain. In the distance, we had the Centaur Roar Band coming in. Both Fauna and Smallvross decided to take the lead and, stay watch near the gates. Lavender posted up on the tower, along with the other archers.
Very good. Lavender, continue.
So, Lavender was staying up there. He was going to try to help with the archers, but he realized that they didn't need any help, and in the distance he saw another warband kind of breaking off and going around. So he jumped down and quickly made his way over to the other side. In which case which point he ended up getting up there with Daramir, and then that's when he saw Pelion.
Alright. Jezebel, continue this.
I remember there was a wall, and I climbed over it, because I was going to die. I was like 6 HP. So I was like, nope, I eat it out. And I went around and tried attacking from behind.
And then what happened after that?
As the shit went down, I summoned my Hexblade.
You summoned your Hexblade. Very good, Jez.
It was nasty.
Falner.
Not as cool as I was hoping. It was gross.
So Falna shot some fireballs, got trampled, tried to tip over a watchtower. Did not go.
You did not succeed at that. No,
but helped support Small Russ, threw down some fog.
Smallbross, could you go ahead and finish everything up?
Wow.
After watching one of my kin die,
What was his name?
Korg.
Close enough.
After watching him fall, it threw me into an absolute blood rage, and I rained down all my orcish tempestuous fury upon the rest of the centaurs. With the aid of Kaz and Falder, we were able to murderize the rest of the band.
Grokma.
Grokmadu.
Grokmadu.
It's Grok. Grok.
You keep changing it.
Grokma. I have it written down.
Yeah, I do too. I have it where it's Grokma, then Grokma, and then back to Grok.
Always been a G. Always been a G.
He's trying to trip you up, man.
So yes, Tempest guided us to victory.
Also, the chain shots were real good.
Chain shots from the ship. Jethro's aid in the assault. The small but effective fighting team of the Scolian spearmen from Broma, and Fentus's own infantrymen that were there to assist, all played a part in the defense of Ravensgrit against the Centaur warband. As our party successfully protected the sleeping villagers hidden within the docks of the city walls, the rain begins to slowly pour down. As Daramir lies, gassed and exhausted,
Healed for 4 points of damage also.
the party,
I'm not even sure.
now, the rest of the night, left at their disposal. That's where we'll begin. And we will begin with Lavender and Jezebel.
Alright. So we're still in the same place where we left off, yeah?
Yep, or by
Correct.
Darmir.
Darmir appears that he is unconscious. He's lying on the ground. His vitals appear to be fine, but he is, it does look like he's out cold.
Maybe we should get him somewhere better than this.
We should probably get him to a medic.
Do you want to help me get him?
So we're gonna lift him
The
up.
two of you give me a perception check.
Oh, alright, well, I can't. My D&D Beyond's not working, so we'll see.
I got an 11. We should use this
19.
for the chat and not for...
27.
27.
Hey,
Only got 11.
what's that trade top you're using? Are you saying it's not cursed?
Well, if you recall, I rolled
What'd you get, 11 day?
11.
11.
I rolled that 21st. And then
That's me die.
So, with your ears as you go to step over towards Darmir, you hear the sound of footsteps quickly approaching. They appear to be coming from the same direction that you did before you entered this part of the city.
Okay.
As you glance over, the two of you see what looks like two spearmen quickly approaching. As they make their way towards you with a hastened step, they stop, shields down, spears. They look towards you for command.
Do you want to help get him? He's alive, I think.
Do we have anything else to worry about?
I don't
why don't you
think
just
so.
worry about getting him to a medic?
I'm going to lift up the head. I don't really think so.
They move over, they grab the body, they pick up Darmir, and they move off with him.
Do you think everybody else is okay? Don't really hear anything anymore.
Do you even know where they were
Well,
stationed?
you can hear things.
Well, I mean, like, fighting.
You don't hear fighting, you hear moans of pain, you hear the sound of the rain,
Yeah.
you hear
But it sounds like the
distance.
fighting's over.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
what-
like the fighting is over. You hear, every once in a while you'll hear a cry or a scream, but the overall sound of skirmishing seems to have ceased.
And we noticed that the centaur, or the army that came to help us, they left. We noticed that?
No, they're there in the city.
Okay.
Fentus's army, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, they never retreated. I'm not
Oh.
sure.
Okay, so they're still there, but Fentus is not. We didn't see
No,
Fentus.
Fentus is there as well. It's just you didn't see him in the battle. He wasn't.
Okay,
involved in it.
okay.
Oh.
Okay, now I think that's a better...
Well, why don't we try and see if we can find the others?
We can go to where I last saw them. They were by the front gate. I'm gonna, like, hold the head, because I'm gonna take this bad boy with me.
Yeah, you're still holding the severed head of Apellion.
Yes.
So, what's the deal with that? Like,
Well-
what's the plan?
You know, I've seen Small Bros kind of do some similar stuff. I don't know. I wanted to go to the witch. I wanted to see if she could help me with this.
Alright, what does the head have to do with that, though?
I want to turn it into a helmet.
Wow, it's very creative, Lavender.
Thank you.
I
Props
did
to
not
you.
spend 1,000 years in the pits of hell to be carried around like a... Jez, you don't hear this.
Oh.
To be carried around like some helmet. Put me down.
You're going to be my helmet.
I will not be your helmet.
You're going to be my. I cut
I
you
will
off.
eat your brains.
I'm gonna turn it and show it the body. That is your body. Don't. And I'm gonna turn it back.
Even if it takes me 1,000 years, I will traverse the plains.
And I will be dead before then. You cannot stop me from using you as a helmet.
Lavender.
Hmm?
What are you doing?
He's very angry. You saw him, like the electricity and all that. He's very angry.
Did you get into Kaz's drugs again?
No.
He's not talking.
He's talking to me.
Do you find that concerning at all? Because I kind of
No,
feel-
because he's a head. I cut
Uh-huh.
this head off. You saw.
It's like, oh god. Alright.
You saw it.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at
Well,
him.
you know what? That's great. It's great. And I'm proud of you and everything. It's awesome. Everything you're doing right now. This is amazing. Why don't we find a bag for that? I kind of don't want to look at it all day.
Why not? I did this.
And yeah, you did. You
Shot
did.
him in the face with an
You
arrow.
did. Let's find a bag.
Okay.
Maybe on the way. So maybe find something, put it in, so you're not just carrying it around like a crazy person. We don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
All
We
right.
can do that.
As the two make their way across the gap of Raven's Grin, crossing the canal, making their way back towards the front gate. You are reunited with Fulner, Smallvross, Kaz.
I'm gonna see Smallvross, and I'm gonna be like, Smallvross, look what I did! And with the...
I'll be going around shopping at the bodies to make sure they're dead.
Very well. A few of them that you hit were still alive. Still very well alive, maybe with a broken leg or ruptured or collapsed rib or lung. With your axe, you are mercilessly extinguishing anyone still alive and slaughtering anyone that's still dead.
Look at this. It's cool, right?
As you take a look at it, it does appear to be the head of a centaur. It appears to be the head of some sort of horrific beast. It has the face of a gargoyle, but horns like a ram. Its skin is taut, brown, and leathery, like tanned hide. It has extremely sharp teeth and bony appendages and spikes that seem to be protruding, but almost looks like chunks of slag or metal around the jawline. Almost like Doomsday.
What is that?
There's a big... What did you say his name was? Napoleon?
Apellion.
That's just disgusting, Lavender. You should put that down and...
Wait, is that a trophy?
Hey, he's
Like a
proud of it.
conquest?
He's proud of it, and he plans on turning it into a helmet.
I learned from you, Smallvross.
That's quite
You do this.
well said.
You did the thing, right?
I will devour all of your friends.
You can certainly try. I'm pretty sure Smallvross would be really hard to eat.
Would that be able to fit over his head?
Yeah, the skull of the creature is vastly larger than Lavende's head.
He keeps talking to it, just...
No, he keeps talking to me. Don't know why. He said he's gonna devour all of you.
I don't know how strong a skull that creature has, but I do know a blacksmith in town who may be able to accomplish a task of turning that into some kind of helmet.
I was
Maybe
thinking
just tear off the horns and attach that to a helmet.
that would be really nice. I was thinking about going to the witch. I just kind of, because, you know, I got, yeah, why are you looking at me like that?
What? Why the witch?
Because she said, and the thing I got from the dreamer, the black stuff, she said that'd be like a really nice thing to use. So I didn't know if maybe we could like do something.
What black stuff?
You don't remember the dreamer?
Okay, boys, as much as I would love to sit here and talk about apparel, maybe we should check on the casualties and see if there's any villagers left from this.
Is anybody here really hurting?
Not
I
really.
can't hear a little bit.
Well, he took a lot of hoofs to the face and stabs to the chest, and how you're not dead right now is surprising there, Smallvross.
It's not surprising, it's Tempest.
No, I'm pretty sure that's your orcish blood, you know.
I feel like
I'm glad you guys are all alive.
I do feel like that was a proper battle.
Okay.
As you look around the front gate, the bodies here are some places piled high, sometimes 3-4 bodies. The centaur corpses here just add to it. It looks like you lost quite a lot of villagers. In fact, taking just from a casual glance, you'd be surprised if any villagers survived at all from this attack.
Are we all standing near each other?
Correct, you are all standing at the front gate.
I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing. So, Tempest, whoa! Plus
That's
all that, and everyone heals 11 points.
Okay.
Thanks.
Was that a... What was that? What did you just... Was that a chair or...
Do you feel better?
Okay, I
felt
know
a
you
little
cast a
bit better.
spell, but
It's a gift from Tempest.
Okay. Alright.
Anybody else hurting real bad?
No, I'm okay.
I'm rather fine. I didn't really get hurt during the battle, so...
You need help, Jezebel?
Okay.
I can help you.
I hurt really bad. Everything hurts.
Weren't you
For
on
the
your
love of
ship?
God, please help me.
Wait.
Did you not feel the power of Tempest come over you?
Yeah, but I don't want to word it that way. It's kind of weird.
weren't you firing your cannons, Jezebel? I
For a
don't.
while, yeah. And I got
She
bored of
got
that,
off
and I
and
came
then-
on land.
Yeah, she came on and she helped me.
Were you the one shooting all the shots over and over again?
Yes, that was me. I did all of it. It's really embarrassing for Jethro. Like, he missed everything.
What's
Didn't get a
with?
single shot in.
Why do all of you run straight into the fray of it? I don't understand. Why? What?
Well, what were you doing, Kaz?
I
He
killed.
was running around,
I
running
know.
to
I
buildings.
killed a lot of centaurs. Actually, I saved
Yes,
your life.
running away.
No, I was
There is no honor in running,
being rather smart with my tactics. Thank you.
because you had lack faith.
Okay. I looked down the alleyway with just a pile of centaurs. I think I did a rather good job.
Oh, you want us to believe that you did all that? That could have been anybody. You could just be pointing out a random body.
You guys go ahead and give me a perception check.
I put my hand on Jezebel and I use cure wounds for 35 points of damage.
God, thank you.
Holy shit!
I got
That's
a
my highest
8.
level of healing.
How many?
24.
35.
I got 1. I'm too busy talking
10.
to my friend over here.
Sorry.
Perception check.
I was curious.
Perception check.
Perception check.
Sorry.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
Yes.
14.
Okay. As Falner moves over and is healing Jez's wounds with his magical light, Small Ross, you actually take a gander using your dark vision. You stare down the alleyway. You can see the webbing. It's going from rooftop to rooftop. You remember clearly in the fight, even though you were enraged at some point, you believe that this is the building that Kaz kept running, but retreating to. And then as you stare down the alleyway, you just see a line of headless centaurs. It had to have been a very, let's just say, elven tactic in order to achieve that.
But the webbing?
You're familiar with Kaz's magical cloak.
I am.
Yeah, because you saw him create the webs before the fight started.
Oh. Right. Your elfish tactics seem to show results, but if you rely too much on those and not on something stronger like Tempest, however,
Well,
you expect?
unfortunately, I don't have those beautiful biceps and pectorals that you have there, Small Ross, so I have to have use what I'm equipped with, and it's with those elven tactics.
Maybe if you pray to Tempest, he will bestow great strength.
Gosh, this is how you rope me into these conversations. Enough of this.
Well, it seems like I owe all of you more debts. As you hear this voice ring out, you see that Fentus Merryway trods through the mudded streets as he makes his approach towards all of you. You can see that his robes are soaked through at the moment, but he doesn't seem to have any wear or tear on him. There's no signs or evidence of battle visible.
It'll be fine.
I hope all of you are all right.
Well, we are as fine as we can be, it looks like.
If it wasn't for all of you, I feel like I would have another problem at my hand. So I should honestly thank you. But it seems like that's all I keep doing is thanking you. What type of reward would you all want?
You got any diamonds by chance?
God damn it, Falmer.
So,
We need to talk about the obsession with the diamonds.
I'm telling you, it's the next form of currency.
well,
It's lighter, and it's got more value.
if there's any
We'll revisit that.
way that you could, would you be able to give us like a royal pardon? Just say a get out of jail free card. Say if we caused some sort of myth grievance, one might party members decide to do something.
Are you planning on breaking the rule?
As regent of Aronia, and now being an official embodiment state of Analia, of course, I can offer a pardon.
Like,
If ever need be.
is it like a group deal or an individual case-by-case deal? Because
What
I
are
could
we
use one of
talking
those right about now.
We'll make this a group
Damn.
deal. Single stroke of my pen, and any crimes or misdeeds against the country of Analia or Aronia
Up
will
to
be wiped clean.
this point,
From
When it
this
occurs.
point on.
Yeah.
from this point on, so we can literally do what we want.
No,
That's
no,
not
that's
what
not
he's
the
saying,
point of it.
Connor.
Oh,
See why I need the pardon.
Your friend concerns me.
It's been a long day. We've been
listen, I'm just trying
long
to.
battle. Everyone's tired.
I'm just trying to get the boundaries of the deal.
Boundaries of the deal are that if you are in legal trouble, then you can call upon my assistance.
Right. Which won't happen. I am a straight shooter.
You're an archer?
I have shooting bow and arrow before.
I didn't know that the halflings partook in that. The bows are such.
There's something called short bow.
I'm
Is there
gonna walk
not?
away.
That is very large. Alright, anyways, you notice that Fentis walks over, over to the body of Karg.
Well, that's where I was going.
So he follows Smallfrost. Fentis kneels down next to Karg. You notice that Karg is lying there with the spear still in his chest. You see that his hand still grips onto his warblade. It seems as though in his last moments he reached out, placed his hands onto his blade before dying. Cog was a good fighter. I knew that this was most likely the case, what was going to happen. He told me when he came from Zakum that he was looking for his end. You'll have to pardon me, Smallbross. I'm not familiar with Orcish ceremonial customs. I know some tribes prefer fire, other tribes prefer different methods.
My tribe. We burn our dead. We carry the ashes with us. As we travel, we sprinkle them, so they go with us along our trails.
I leave this warrior to you then. Do with him as you please. His belongings are yours.
I'll reach down and pick him up and carry him off.
Do you grab the sword?
I would bring the sword with him.
As you grab the sword, you lift it up. As you all see Smallbross raise this weapon in hand, it's very much larger than a human forged sword. The blade is very straight, and it's very wide. However, as it goes towards the top, you notice that the blade begins to, like a crescent moon, circle out. Two spikes go each way. And then in its top, there's a divot, like a half moon. As Fentis sees you raise it, it's an Orcish warblade. It's one of the rarest things in Orc customs, I believe.
Yes.
Is it true that the design of the top is like that? Because the Orcs believe that swords should never be sheathed?
We've heard stories of this in the temples of Tempers and throughout the tribes. Blades like this, yes.
I am aware that Orc culture doesn't, they're not as refined with metallurgy as the elves or dwarves, but have learned some things or two.
Yes.
Pardon me. I feel as though I may be overstepping my boundaries.
I must tend to Korg with his blado, then carry him off.
All right.
Carry him off.
Ventus turns towards all of you. Pardon me. I'm going to go over the casualties and see how many lives were lost tonight. Thank you all again.
Well, thank you, Fantas.
Ventus walks away.
Right, so our job's done here.
Yes, we should restock and leave in the morning.
Yeah.
So,
I do feel kind of bad about this town, though. We got all these people that fell asleep, and then the people that were still awake fought for them. When the people wake up tomorrow, most of them aren't going to be here.
well, at least they're still here.
True. At least they'll know who fought for them. I guess.
Well, I'm tired, and I get rather cranky when I'm tired, so I'm gonna head back to the ship. I don't know what you all want to do, but I'm done for the night.
Hey, good job today, guys. Good job, Cotton.
Thank you. I don't know about you all, but I'm going to go have a few drinks.
I could join you.
I feel like you might drink a little too much.
You think I will drink too much? Is that a challenge?
I'm not trying to carry you home.
Oh, sorry, I'll carry you home. How about that?
Alright.
When I drink you home to the table, Captain.
Does Small Frost did you already walk off?
Yeah. I was walking towards the edge of town.
Okay. I'm gonna run after him.
All right, very well. Kaz makes his way back towards the ship, which is currently out in the ocean. You'd have to wait out and then get up on the ship. Looks like Fulner and Jez are going to go grab a drink.
Okay.
Where would the two of you like to go grab a drink at?
Whatever's actually open.
Nothing's open right now because of the...
Whatever's unlocked.
Whatever's unlocked. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me a investigation check then?
That's cocked.
5.
I got 13.
13's enough. You both make your way down toward the docks, and of course, as many sailors require, there's plenty of drinking holes down here. You find one particular place where the security of the building has been long overdue, and the lock was easily capable of just bypassing. Once inside, the two of you begin helping yourselves to the essentially free ale. Smavros, you made your way to the edge of the town as you hear the sound of wet footsteps splashing in the mud coming up behind you.
Small Frost? Small Frost?
I'll sit down the body.
It's Lavender.
Lavender.
What are you going to do with him?
It's Orcish tradition to build a pyre, burn our dead.
Do you want help?
If you wish, I will take any assistance I can get.
If I do this, do you mind doing something with me after?
What?
Remember what I said I wanted to do with the head?
With the witch?
Yeah. Do you mind going with me? You can ride me. The horse. I'm gonna turn into a horse and you can ride me.
Crazy.
Yes, if you assist me with this, I will.
We haven't really gotten a chance
take
to.
you back to the witch.
We haven't really had a chance to do anything together. I thought maybe.
Though I don't know if she would appreciate my presence after the bargain that we had had.
Well, you don't have to go inside. I don't want to go alone.
Yeah. Yes. That's fine.
Thank you. Guess we should get to it then.
So we'll start collecting.
Two of you start building
Yeah.
pyre then? Okay. Cass,
Okay.
you head out to the ship.
Well, I'm assuming once I get to the waterfront, I'm going to see that the ship is in the distance.
Yeah, you just have to wade out to your waist and then swim out to the ship.
It's too much trouble. I'll just sit on the beach, and, sit on the sand, and kick my boots off, and just stare at the ship, and wait for my companions to come back.
You actually see a lantern on the ship. You can see that it looks like two individuals had just gotten off the ship. Looks like they get onto a rowboat, and it looks like they're moving their way over to Jethro's ship. Still see that there's one individual up on the ship. Individual seems to be kind of just walking back and forth, looking off towards the shore. Eventually, it looks like the individual's looking at you, and then it's sort of confirmed after you see the person started kind of going like, moving. You see a shadow kind of waving back and forth.
I just raise my hand and wave back at, I'm assuming, Barry.
So, as you wave back, you hear a splash in the water and the sound of someone treading through, swimming, and then you see the image merge up. You see Barry's clothes soaked with seawater starting to drain out as he kind of slaps his pants and getting all the water to squirt out from them as he moves over and sits down. Is everyone alright?
Yes, everyone's still alive.
I was kind of crapping my pants up there on deck. I saw you just sitting there. I'm like, well, fuck, everyone's dead.
No, everyone's alive. I believe
Captain's good.
Captain went off with Fauna, and I believe they are either raid a place that sells alcohol, because there's no...
Did you say alcohol?
Yes.
Oh, I'm thirsty, mate. I'm so fucking thirsty.
Smallbrass went off with a dead orc. I think Lavenday's carrying a head and talking to it.
You know, that boy ain't right.
Yes.
There's something wrong with him. A few candles blown out, you know what I mean?
I do think there is something not right with Lavenday, but that's for another night. Well, it looks like you're okay.
Oh, no, I'm fine. It's sort of got my oil slick all up again. I feel like I did back when we used to raid and go over the strand with Shiv and... Shit, not supposed to talk about him. Go all over the strands and shit. Things like that.
When you went to go around with, and raid and all that, was Jezebel a part of it too?
Oh, yeah. And she, I would say she even almost tried to excel at it. She was always trying to beat Shiv. But Shiv, I mean, he's like a whole other breed.
So,
I mean, like literally, like he's one of the Genasi. I don't know. Everyone says it differently.
I see. So she's always had kind of a bit of back and forth with Shiv.
Oh, they'd go at it like cats and dogs all the time.
Ah, I see.
Sometimes like with fists, sometimes with other things.
So they were a rather complicated relationship, you would say.
Sword fighting.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
Right. Back and forth. And you mediated, I'm assuming. You helped the two of them. You kept things civil.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know if Jez knew who the fuck I was until we all, met on the rooftop. Like, I sort of like cleaned piss buckets,
Well,
and Shiv just used to like, spit on me.
but everyone needs to Barry. And I think you do a really good job as far as...
Well, my name's not even Barry.
Oh, what's your name?
Well, it was
Well, it's Bartholomew.
Okay.
And then they started calling me Bart. And then people didn't like Bart, so then they just started calling me Barry. I was worried it was just going to be Bar after that. Or just B.
So, what is Bartholomew? What do you prefer? What should I call you?
Oh, I don't really give a shit.
Well, I can talk from experience. Kaz isn't really my name, but I would rather you prefer you call me Kaz. What would you like to be called?
Oh, really? Kaz isn't your name?
No, it's not.
Why'd you choose that word then?
It doesn't really have a meaning to it.
It's Drow, though.
What do you mean?
Kaz is it's an abbreviated term for prince in Drow language.
Well, maybe I subconsciously picked it, but it...
I mean, I'll call you Prince if you want.
Don't call me Prince.
Oh.
But, just, it's something I chose for myself. It's something that doesn't mean anything or has a history to. It's something... It helps me identify as myself. And... But, who do you want to be, Barry?
Well, I want to be important. I know that. I know I don't like being treated like a bag of shit. And I reckon that Captain's been pretty kind to me. A lot kinder than Shiv was. I also want to be part of the crew.
Well, I would say that you've accomplished that. You are very much a part of this crew. And there's been several times so far, I would say, that without Barry, we would be either starving in a cave or dead in a centaur raid. So.
Well, Bartholomew was just a little pissant from Dark Pike who was the son of a drunk and grew up eating moldy food, stealing money, and it wasn't a good life. So I think Barry will do.
I like that. Well, Barry, my name's Kaz. It's nice to meet you.
Well, he kind of hits you in the shoulder. I'm gonna go get liquored up because now I'm thinking about bad memories. And he gets up, and you notice that he moves off, taking off down the beach. You hear a rather vulgar sea shanty begin to go as you sit there and stare off into the ocean. Meanwhile, in the bar.
What number are we on here?
How many have you wanted to drink at this point?
Well, we're seeing who passes out first.
Oh, they're doing that type of game. Okay.
Constitution.
So we're going to do a little game that I'm now implementing into my potions and drinking beverages. I'm going to point these up. Little health potions. We are going to add another D4 to these of a different color.
Oh, okay.
For this example, we are going to show a black D4.
Is that like
It's
the death one? Why is it black?
I don't know.
Thank you.
That's what she said.
So I'm just going to add a black D4. And when you roll this, the black one is the toxicity.
Like this.
Of our city.
You will go ahead and add toxicity as a very similar to exhaustion. It is a status effect.
Not only am I resistant to poison, I'm also
Resist.
got an advantage against poison.
So you're going to have an advantage, but the toxic will still have an effect.
Well, I was well resisted.
No, you do not resist it. This
I'll defensive resist.
That'd make drinking
poison.
yeah,
No.
that'd make drinking literally useless.
Oh no. So I can drink more.
So I want you guys to go ahead and roll me a d4.
Is it
Alright.
round one?
Yep,
Just one?
just one d4.
Fight.
Does that not have a
It is not gonna go well.
One.
Oh, one.
Okay, so now you both can give me a Constitution save, and the save is going to be 10 plus your toxicity,
so plus 1? Right.
Wait.
so 11.
So that's beat
You have to
11.
beat 11 now.
Did not.
I did not.
You both did not.
One drink.
All right, so you both down it. You realize that you guys just must have drank some real high proof alcohol, some hard grain. Your breath feels like fire. The room is already spinning for you after one drink.
Fall
You
now.
realize that you guys did not fill your tankards up with ale. You filled it up with hard liquor
Oh.
and drank the whole thing.
Fall now. Where'd you get this from? Where'd you go?
It was behind. It was
Is that-
behind the
How
bar.
did we drink a whole mug full of this and we didn't realize that it wasn't ale?
Probably should have ate something this morning.
Yeah, I haven't eaten anything yet. Alright, round two. Still awake.
I'm awake.
Alright,
Roll another d4.
Fell asleep with his eyes open.
3.
2.
All right, so add that toxicity to your thing.
7. Are you kidding me? Please tell me I roll it. Why is everything terrible?
Oh, I didn't make it either.
You didn't make it either?
Oh god.
So-
we're going down together.
Since you guys both decided to continue the game, did you... You guys switched to ale, but at this point, the alcohol from the first drink is starting to really catch up. And, yeah, it's a creeper. Both of you
You just keep missing.
are so inebriated at this point that words are difficult. You're beginning to slur. At this point, there's 3-4 of you in each other's vision. And at this point, you all hear the door swing open. Hey, there you are, you fucking bastards out here drinking without me.
How many are you?
Holy shit, you're all tankered up already.
What took you so fucking long?
I needed this though.
Hold on, let me catch up. You notice he moves over and Barry begins filling up a dip.
If you really want to catch up, Barry, you gotta.
Barry.
I'm gonna go for point where the. You gotta drink a mug full of that first
Wait, where have you been?
to get on our level.
I was on the ship. Is this what you all
That's
drinking?
what. Yeah.
We
all
had
we did it.
2 of them.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not doing great right now.
Yeah, it
We're all gonna
smells,
sleep here tonight.
smells like fuel.
Yeah. Drink it.
I think you're drinking kerosene.
Drink it, Barry.
Drink it.
You wanna play with the big dogs, Barry? You gotta drink it.
What was fuel?
Whoa, that's strong. All right, okay.
Yeah, that boy, that boy.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
fire.
Alright, now you gotta.
Oh, it's like fire.
You gotta move on. You gotta drink a mug of ale now,
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Drink some
and
ale.
you'll be caught up.
Yeah, sounds good. Part of the crew.
Drink some ale.
All right. You guys going again?
Yeah,
We'll do another.
Roll a d4. Remember, this toxicity is accumulative.
yeah.
So you're at 7.
So you have to beat a 17 then.
I believe in you.
Oh, crap.
What do you got to beat?
I got
I think, what did you just roll?
So I just rolled a 3. So it's the
So it's
numbers
16.
always. So 16?
Yeah.
Yep, you got to beat a 16.
I didn't beat it. I'm dead.
Now you get advantage because your thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't been doing that. Oh, that was just terrible.
So none of you have missed. All right.
We are not destined to drink a lot tonight.
So,
Raven's Grin, home of the great ale.
so you guys down another tankard of ale. and you guys are shotgunning these. You are actually taking the cork out of the bottom of the tankard and just letting it go right down the throat. By this point, words are not a thing. They're just mumbles and slurred speech. You've only been drinking for about an hour, but you both are in a bad spot.
No.
Barry, trying to catch up with you, has just been drinking non-stop. Give me another roll.
No, it's,
You done? You concede?
Conceded. One.
no, fuck no.
Alright, roll a d4.
Okay, you put it
I was
down.
like,
Oh my god! It had to be a 21.
God damn it!
So I got one. I got to beat 17.
11, I am dumb. 11. We're fucked.
Get that.
We're so fucked.
So both of you, as you guys put your tankards back, you slam them down, and at this point you guys are both staring at each other, and both of you just go down. Lights out. Both of you actually lights out as you're both falling. Neither one of you really know who won. It looks as though you guys both kind of went down at the same time.
Fuck.
This is real life.
That is real life, too.
And Barry, now the only one left standing, is
Captain, our captain.
and he moves over. You notice that he kind of picks up, or you guys don't notice this, but he picks up Fulner and kind of like lays down on his side.
Oh,
Holds Fulner like a small pillow. Meanwhile, out in the pyre. This point, pyre has been built. The wood is wet though. Luckily, you were able to grab some fuel from lanterns and some whale oil. It's highly flammable, burns for quite a while, even when wet. Pyre is set and ready to ignite. Is there anything that you'd like to say or do before you do this?
Small Russ, I'm sorry about your friend. I didn't realize what happened when I left.
I didn't know him before the day after the past, but he was one I could connect with, a fighter. Though he worshipped a different deity than mine, I'm sure he made Gamush proud. Grumsh proud in his fighting.
Much like you make Tempest proud?
Yes, much in the same way.
If he's anything like you, I think he fought to the last end.
Oh, he did. He did.
Do you need help setting it?
Just a moment. So take a moment, take it all in. Do a quick prayer to Tempest. Also another one to Grumsh. To tell of the events, his last events of his life. Then I would light the fire.
Are you holding the warblade?
I am.
As you say your prayer, the moment you begin to start praying to Grumsh, a deity that far surpasses popularity as far as it comes to the Orcish people. It's considered the Odin-esque character of all Orcish gods. You feel that warblade vibrate. You feel it sort of have a quick surge, what feels like energy or power. You almost feel this. You think maybe it might be just in your head. Maybe it's just the moment of the burial, or this moment at the pyre feels very similar to how you feel when you conjure a spell for Tempest.
I'm gonna store that. And I'll continue through the ritual of lighting the fire.
Right. The pyre now lit, the fire rises high, the heat exudes from it. Both you and Lavende back up, your face, the rain, the wetness quickly evaporating from the heat of the flames, the sound of the crackling sticks, and the wood popping. As you see Karg become engulfed in flame and fire. After only an hour or so, the flame still going, the pyre at this point well set, Karg on his way to the afterlife.
I'd say to Lavende, as I'm continuously watching the fire, would you wish to travel in the morning to the witch?
Whenever is better.
I think a night's rest after the events might be wise.
Maybe you're right. I just got a little bit excited because it was.
If you wish, we can head out tonight. Though you must be exhausted from the fight, for I know I fought with everything inside me.
We can wait till morning. We can wait till morning.
I shall collect the ashes, and then we shall make way early.
I would like that.
Okay. Where do the two of you like to turn in?
Do you just want to go back to the manor? I mean, we don't really know anybody else.
Would we have our stuff stored in town? Like our cart and all of our traveling things? Because I'm assuming we didn't fight with our satchels.
No. I would assume that those things probably have, since the few days of you preparing for the fight, have all put that onto your ship by now.
Onto our ship?
Yeah. Obviously not horse meat. He's probably still down at the stables. But as far as the cargo and everything that all your belongings, is probably on the ship.
Well, what's closer, the ship or the manor?
The manor is closer.
Yes, we should. We'll rest at the manor.
Okay.
So Lavende and Small Ross make their way to the empty manor, filled with an eerie presence as you enter in. Just the odd, almost uncomfortable silence of this dark home. Riker's blood stain still smearing the entrance. As the two of you make your way in, pass out on the inside. Morning quickly approaches for the party. Small Ross, Lavende, two of you awaken first. What'd you like to do?
I'd probably collect Lavende, wake him up in the morning. Or if you woke up first, I'd find out where you were.
If either way, we can meet in the foyer area, kind of by the front door. Because I'm already excited. You know, we're gonna go see the witch again.
Alright, Lavende, I say we go down, collect the ashes, and then we can make our way. There was still the kitchen, correct? Where we could get food.
There is food in there.
I would grab rations for the morning and afternoon.
Okay.
I kind of follow him, kind of grabbing like cheese and meat, any kind of like salted meat. I kind of like smell it if it smells good still.
Then we'd head down to where the pyre was. Right.
Okay. As you make your way towards the pyre, the fire is firmly extinguished by this point. The embers still smolder, and only ash remains.
I would go ahead and collect as much of the ash as I possibly could and store it.
Okay.
You know,
What would you like to store it in?
probably a leather bag if I don't have one of those in a water skin.
Okay. Lavade, Smelvros, the two of you begin making your way towards the Maiden of the Meadows.
And what I'm gonna do is you can hold the head, and I'm going to turn into a riding horse. That way we can make way faster.
Faster?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is going to be the plan.
Alright.
Does it have hair?
There's no hair on it.
There's no hair.
No.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll carry it. It's warm.
Alright. Kaz, I'm assuming you fell asleep on the beach?
I probably would have waited out to the ship and just slept there.
Slept in the ship?
Because I'm assuming a number of hours would have passed by and figured they weren't coming back.
Yeah.
So I would have made it onto the ship, and I would actually taken off my clothing, my vest, pants, just down to my knickers, left them out to dry. So.
Okay. Alright, you awake in the ship. You see the sunlight pouring in through the small port window within the vessel. What would you like to do?
Well, I would gather my things, check, see if they're dry, and just kind of. Is it a clear day?
Well, it looks from the window, there's a very bright light coming in through the window.
So I'm gonna go out to the deck and.
As you come out of the deck, open that door, and that light beam just cuts into the darkness of the deck below. And it's the first time you've ever actually experienced this, where the sight of the sun just kind of, for a quick moment, almost like God himself was shining a light into your eyes. It was powerful, and it took a moment for your eyes to sort of adjust and dilate and contrast, and you can feel your eyes trying to adjust and focus, before eventually that glare starts to dwindle down. You see deck ahead of you. It's a very bright blue skied fall day. The wind is crisp, and there's that smell of dead leaves right after a fresh rain. It's carried on the wind here.
Well, I would throw on my vest and the rest of my clothing, grab my satchel for the day, check around the ship, see if there's anyone that's come back at all.
No, looks like no one's returned.
Well, I guess I'm gonna get wet again. Is there a rowboat?
Yeah, there is a rowboat.
Okay. So I'm going to lower the rowboat and take it to shore.
Yeah, the ship's not too far off from shore, so it only takes about a few minutes.
Okay.
As you get to the shore, what are you gonna do?
I guess I'm gonna head into town and try to find my companions and where they ran off to.
Very well. Meanwhile, in the tavern, Jez, Falner, the two of you awaken to the feeling of a hammer pounding into your skull.
The feeling of a hammer?
Yes,
Hey, hungover.
a mental hammer.
Someone's murdering us in our sous de gras and my sleeve.
As
Like,
you
that's not fair.
raise your head up, you have this sensation of heavy headed, mouth is dry, your arms feel like 2x4s, just exhausted and drained. Both of you gain 1 level of exhaustion. This level of exhaustion will disappear after a short rest, but nonetheless is still a level of exhaustion. Both of you feel quite queasy and quite nauseous.
Where's Barry?
As Falner, as you wake up, You go to move and you realize you can't, as you feel arms wrapped around your stomach holding you tight. As you look back, you see Barry just drooling onto the floorboards.
Oh, fuck off me! Push him off.
As you push off, his arms kind of hit the floor and you roll out.
What happened last night? What is this about now?
I don't know. Just fucking woke up like that.
Don't talk so loud.
What day is it?
I don't know. I haven't been this hungover for like 6 months. Oh god. Is Barry still sleeping?
Barry's passed out, yes.
I'm gonna go over and like nudge him with my foot. Barry, get up. We gotta go.
Where are we?
It just dawned on me. By the way, Barry, did you abandon the ship?
Oh, no. Kaz was watching it.
Kaz was watching it.
Yeah, he's part of the crew.
I told you to stay on it and watch it.
Oh, God, you did.
I did.
Oh, shit.
Also,
All messed up, Captain.
who won last night?
Captain did.
I knew it.
Captain won fair and square.
You can give me a perception check if you, or a insight check if you'd like. Against his deception.
5.
You said 5? Okay. Yeah, he sounds very, very sincere.
Better luck next time, Fauna.
It's fucking bullshit. I don't believe it.
See if you just deny it, I guess.
it.
No, you do believe it.
I'm
We
still
should-
not, I don't want to believe it.
Let's get out of here before the owner gets here. I don't want to pay for any of this, so let's go.
I think they have food here.
Did you not just hear what I said?
Yeah.
Maybe we can find food on the way back to the ship, because we have to get provisions. Provisions anyway. Yeah, that's me too, mate. Stop! I'm gonna make me puke. Stop.
It's like a hot ball of leads in your stomach, Fulner. Give me a
Alright.
Constitution save. You gotta beat. What's your toxicity at?
Yours is at 17.
Yeah.
Yours is
So
at
you
20.
take a. Technically, you slept all night, so that's a long rest. So you're gonna go ahead and take 2d4s. Roll 2d4s.
Ooh, that's a nice looking D4.
Looks like a crystal.
5.
5 altogether.
So you're gonna reduce your toxicity by 5,
Alright. So
and then make your Constitution save.
That's 12.
12.
Don't you have high constitution?
Not really. 12. No, sorry, 2. My save is 2. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yo, boy.
21.
21. Okay. You're able to stomach your bile and
Fauna, get outside if you're gonna be doing that.
go ahead and Jez, give you 2 d4s as well. Reduce your toxicity by the cumulative count.
You're at 28 or 18.
Right, so 18.
So, toxicity works with basically potions, and it works with alcohol. With alcohol, obviously, the effects are drunkenness. Toxicity with potions is how many potions you can drink before your stomach would just reject the spell. So this basically prevents people from health potion spamming.
Just chugging potions.
Just chugging potions. Yeah.
Chugging and slashing.
Forever.
It's gonna have a potion sack in my backpack and it's gonna straw in my mouth.
Alright, I'm leaving.
Okay.
I'm leaving. Barry, let's go.
Barry gets up. He kind of grabs his tankard.
Barry, what are you doing?
One for the road. And he moves over and
might
follows
as
you out.
well
Both of you exit the tavern as you guys come out of this 2-story little cobblestone bar. You immediately, almost, even though none of you are drow, the light is like the wrath of God staring down upon you as, Kaz, you see your companions rearing in pain from the light as they just exit.
Oh my. So I can see that we found beverage and indulged yourself last
Can we
night.
see that? Is that obvious?
Oh, yes.
Wow, amazing perception skills.
Oh, well.
Well,
Should I wake you all with a soothing song?
no, God, please. I'm going.
Please,
back. I'm going
I
to my
must.
ship.
I'm going to
I'm
reach
walking
underneath
away.
my sash, and I'm going to pull out a silver flute,
Okay.
and I'm going to start playing it.
I'm heading back to my ship.
And as I'm just going to follow the two of them playing the flute.
So as the 3 of you walk, it sounds as though your ears are being assaulted by the high-pitched screams of Kaz's silver flute. Meanwhile, both Lonande and Small Ross, 2 of you got up quite a bit early, much earlier than the individuals that were hungover, and much more than the drow who was taking his time and enjoying his night's sleep. With you as a horse, it has taken almost no time at all before you've arrived at your destination. And you find yourself in that same meadow. As you arrive, you realize something is strange. The mushrooms, the bright colors that you saw around the house, have faded and wilted. The mushrooms seem to have rotten from the inside out. Festering bubbles of fungi all have risen. Grass around the area, even though it was dead before, is now blackened. It's a swampy, acidic juice that seems to be soaking and fizzing into the blackened soil beneath your feet.
This seems more like a swamp than a meadow.
Have I had the chance to turn out of a horse? Yeah.
If you wish to transform back, you can.
Is there a way I can kind of move to try to get him to
You get
understand?
the sensation he's trying to tell you to get off.
Yeah.
Oh, I was riding him?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was taking horse meat. I wouldn't have rode you.
Well, it's too late now.
God
It
damn.
already happened.
Yes, I would have gotten off.
And I'm gonna turn back, and as I'm kind of coming out, something clearly isn't right.
Ugh.
Maybe you definitely should stay out here now. And I'm gonna go try to knock on the door. If the mushroom is there, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, you see the mushroom there.
yeah, I'm going to knock on the door.
The door, as you knock on it, just swings open. The inside of the place looks darkened. It looks the shelves filled with potions and bottles, the herbs hanging from the ceiling, the bags of flour and food are gone. The place looks barren, looks empty. Then you both hear the sound of footsteps crunching through the dead, soupy, swampy grass as the maiden breaks around the mushroom. You see her standing there. She seems to have a robe pulled up over her head. The sling over her shoulder. You can see that looks like there's an infant within this sling. By the size of it, you'd say maybe a year, 2 years old.
What's going on? Why is everything dying?
You notice that she moves forward. She immediately looks towards Small Frost. You were not supposed to come back. I told you we would not meet again. You have broken fate. Now what comes next is unpredictable.
You weren't supposed to come with, like, at all? You didn't say that.
She said we would not meet again. I didn't expect her to be out.
I just wanted to talk. I didn't mean to get him in trouble.
I do not have time for whatever troubles that you come to bring with me. The antidote for the sleeping villagers is in the house. You will find what you need there. I have the key.
Key to what?
The chest inside.
Okay. I'm going to reach
You
out.
walked up to her,
Well, I'm just gonna be like, I'm not gonna walk up to her. I'm gonna be like,
and she holds it out. She expects you to walk to her.
I'm gonna like hold the head tight, and I'm gonna like walk slowly up to her.
Okay. As you slowly walk up to her, you see that this infant has what looks like almost it's not quite green. It's like almost like a grayish. At first, it kind of looks like the infant may be dead. Doesn't even really look like it's breathing. Then you see it kind of move. You see its arm kind of cross over. You realize as it turns around, you see two little tiny tusks coming out from the lips. The baby's head kind of swings over towards you. Its eyes close. As it opens, you see two hollow sockets.
Like no eyeballs.
No eyeballs.
Do I see this?
It's too far away for you. As it does, it quickly closes its eyes and it rolls over into the safety of this sling. You take the key from her hand. Go.
Okay. And I'm going to go in and try to find the chest. I don't know.
You just turn and leave?
Yeah.
Okay. As you turn and leave, she looks towards Smallvross. Fate, I suppose, is up to you now. You watch as her body explodes into a burst of black feathers as you see 3-4 ravens fly off in different directions.
Good.
Paying shots for it.
Not only am I going to find that chest, I'm going to try to see if there's anything that maybe could be, that looks like it'd be useful. If there's anything left in there that maybe she
Give
left.
me an investigation check.
You're gonna rob.
I got the
from a
natural
witch.
20.
You're gonna rob from a witch.
24.
I'm in.
What Smallfrost doesn't know.
As you walk into the
Won't hurt him.
Oh my god, this is worse than Stanley Yelnats, dude. Like, this is
Just
some bad juju.
As you walk into this mushroom hut,
I know all about the bad juju.
you make your way over, you use the key. There's a chest sitting on the table. As you unlock it, you open it up, and there seems to be, looks like 5 large vials, some sort of see-through purple liquid. Large teardrop-like vials with corks. As you close it, you begin to look around. You realize that the ceiling is starting to sag and droop as you see large chunks of the mushroom ceiling just. You realize quickly that this place is falling apart. With the amount of time and with the amount of the hut that's already degenerated, you look around, but you don't find anything of value or of use to you.
That I'm going to grab. I'm assuming it has like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab one side and like run it out.
It's light enough to where you
Oh,
pick
it
it
is.
up.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna pick it up and I'm going to walk.
You pick it up, you move out easily.
I guess, and I'm gonna have the head on top, like carrying it like that. Like, we can. I think we can go now. This is all the potions. I think there's nothing else in there.
You didn't question her about the helmet?
She seemed very angry. I didn't have a chance to. She said she didn't have time for whatever. I didn't realize that you weren't actually supposed to come back here at all. You didn't exactly say that.
I didn't say. I just said it.
She
You
wouldn't.
should have demanded what you wanted from her.
Maybe. But maybe we can talk to your friend in town, if he's still alive.
Yeah, we can. We can speak to Agnar.
No, Agnar?
Agnar, that's his name.
Proud of you. Maybe we should get going and just get away from here.
Yes.
Alright. As the two of you leave, make your way back to town. Takes you a short amount of time, hour before you arrive. Assuming you traveled back the same method that you traveled there. Okay. Two of you re-arrive into the city. What would you guys like to do with this chest?
I guess we kind of have to find
Darmir?
Darmir. That's who we would have to give it to. That's who we assume we have to give it to.
Okay.
Because he seems to be the
How
one
would you like to
who...
go about that?
Do we know where the prison was that they kept her mom?
The barracks, yes, we're right next to the wizard's tower.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah, that sounds like a
We
good
would
plan.
head that way.
Okay.
Sounds like a good plan.
Right. So as you two make your way through town, we're gonna go ahead and move back over to the other guys. Where would Captain Jez, Falner, Barry, and Kaz like to spend their time?
I'm going back to my ship to see what we need for provisions.
Very well. So we'll go ahead and spend that time where you guys looking for provisions. You realize that, yeah, you definitely need some. You would not even make it to the Strand before you guys would start to suffer from starvation or dehydration. You're going to need food. You're going to need clean water. You're going to need probably a few just in case provisions. Spare wood, dry planks, things like that.
Alright,
Also
without
looks like
medical?
some of the rigging in the ship is a little bit outdated as well. Rope looks like it probably be used. Other than that, the only other thing would be cosmetic or upgrades to the ship.
Right, so we need food, we need water, and we need a few extra things. So I'm gonna head back into town and try to collect all this before we head out. And hopefully I don't puke all over the place.
Well, if you need help there, Jezebel, I could help out if you like.
Only if you promise to keep serenading me with that sweet, loud flute of yours.
Oh, so you enjoy it?
No, it's sarcasm.
I know a few songs when I was in school. I could play you those.
I didn't even know you played the flute. Like,
Because
where'd
I
that
didn't
come
know.
from?
I didn't know you played an instrument.
Yes, well, I did go to school, and it was rather fun. So, picked up a few things here and there, but yeah, stick the flute back underneath my sash.
Am I the only one here that didn't go to school?
I'm not sure either Small or
I mean,
Lava
here.
Day. Oh,
Immediate,
yeah.
Immediate company.
Did Barry go to school?
Well, Barry,
I can't read, mate.
yes,
And just you did go to school. You just didn't go to like a bardic academic college. You went to just a traditional academics, which would have been private tutors mostly.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, the extra mile school.
No, you did not do that extra mile school.
Well, I know I didn't. I'm just asking if, yeah. Obviously, including Barry, too.
okay. Well, so, we get some provisions and some supplies.
We're gonna need a wagon.
Will we be able to get everything in town?
Hopefully, otherwise we're screwed.
Yes, hopefully there's still shops and, well, goods that aren't burnt or been raided through or stomped through. And
If we have to go to another town, if we have to take any more days before we leave, I'm going to lose my mind.
yes, I'd rather get onto the sea and have our merry adventure going to the Strand, chasing down Shiv,
Nope.
Sketches.
says the Bryce.
Schedule?
So at this point, we need to call MediaCom and be like, hey, we did everything you said we should do. We still have the problem.
Schedule or schedule?
Is that a real question?
Actually, the CS are silent. It's actually edgeable.
Okay.
Are we back?
We're back, but it looks like we're
Still cycling.
dropping frames.
I think we're back.
Are we back?
Maybe we need to edgeable to prove the
Yeah,
point.
but I don't think we're moving.
Oh, no.
No, just
Are
you
we
are.
moving? Okay. Okay.
You're not.
Wait, I'm not?
Back to our regular edgeable
Oh,
program.
there we go. Oh, he's moving.
Okay, so you hear Jethro's boots clanking their way onto the wooden dock, where he stops at the bottom plank for heading up onto the ship. He sees Jez, were you leaving?
Yeah, I was going to the wagon.
Okay, so he would basically bypassed you. He would have stopped as he saw you coming down. Captain, how were you? It was a crazy night last night.
Yeah, it got a little crazy. I may or may not have drank a little bit too much, so my head's kind of pounding at the moment.
Well, I won't keep you for too long then. Me and my boys are setting sail, heading south to the Strand, like I'm sure you are as well.
Maybe.
There's a job told about a lost idol worth quite a bit of coin, but supposedly it's on an island filled with cannibals, curses, and all that. Just a typical day in the life of a pirate. You want in on the cut? I'll make you an offer.
I'm listening.
You help my crew out with the job, and I'll offer you 40%.
40%. I don't know, Jethro. I've got a lot of things going on right now. Time is of the essence. Probably have to be more like 50.
50-50. Now, I know we're friends, but we're not that good of friends.
Oh, come on, Jethro. A 10% budge.
We'll do 45.
48.
47. No higher.
Alright.
Reaches out, shakes your hand. I'll be at a little tavern known as Bill Drust, Smuggler's Cove. You've been there.
I'm sure I have. And I'll be seeing you.
Turns around, walks off down the plank.
Asshole. And I'm gonna go to the wagon.
And Fuller, Kaz, what you two of you like to do? Now that Jez is walking off.
Were we able to see that exchange?
Oh yeah. He basically was right at the bottom of the plank that goes up into your ship. So he cut Jez off as she was leaving. So you would have been right there on the deck hearing everything.
Okay. Alright. I'll hustle up to Jezebel.
I'm going that way too.
Okay, looks like your crew's following along with you, Jez.
Something tells me that I'm being followed right now. I'll look around.
Well, so what did the tiger want?
The tiger wanted to have me help him out
Oh.
with offered a deal.
Okay.
48% of the cut. So we're going to a place that has cannibals. I'm just going to throw it out there right now. All cards on the table.
Alright.
He wants to retrieve an idol off of this island. And I said we'd help. So whether or not you guys actually get off the ship and help me, it's it's not really my problem. You can stay on if you're afraid of being eaten alive. I won't make fun of you.
No, I personally am not afraid of being eaten, so it should be fun.
Fun.
I've been eaten before, so it's all the same to me.
Wait. Wow, did you say you've been eaten before?
Yeah.
Oh, is that where the rest of you went?
Oh.
Listen here, old man.
Oh my god.
Give me
Yes.
Pull out my club.
give me a wisdom save.
Is he damaging my wisdom? 14.
14. Okay. Yeah. All right. You stomach that insult, but that is probably one of the worst insults that you could ever give a halfling.
I pull out my club and I'm poking at your knees. Like, if you fucking cherish these things, I would fucking stalk.
Fauna, if I unfortunately succumb to cannibals, maybe I might be able to see the world in your perspective. So.
See, this is what happens when you fuck your traveling companions.
I'm about 5 seconds from beating the shit out of you. You're gonna be swallowing your blood for the next 5 hours.
Calm down. You walked right into that one, so.
Not in the mood today.
Okay, alright.
I mean, I know a nice fighting pit around here. We can just go there and settle it.
Well, I've already seen what he's made of. It's rather impressive, but I've had better.
Yeah, you're like, what, 3,000 years old? You probably have a lot.
Yes, I'm 3,000 years old.
Alright, Fauna, how about we just get going, huh? You can hop on the wagon, Kaz and I can pull you.
Wait. Why not just get a horse and we'll just pull all of us?
You don't want us to take you on a wagon ride?
No. I do want some food.
Yeah, you've made
Are
that
you
quite
trying to
clear.
insult me?
No, not trying to do that. I would never do that, man of your stature. Absolutely not.
I think it's going over his head, Jezebel.
I'm not gonna say it. Alright, let's go. Come on, we're all friends and happy and stuff, yeah, let's go. God, my fucking head.
As you are all walking, you actually see what looks like Smallvross and Lavende walking across a corner, or basically a corner intersection of the road. It looks like they're heading towards the Wizard's Tower. It looks like Lavende is holding who's holding the chest?
I'd be holding the chest, you'd be holding the head.
So he's holding the chest, and Lavende appears to be still holding this head. You guys just watch them cross in front of you.
Oh, fuck.
Where are they going? What is that?
How far are they in earshot?
Yeah, you guys definitely can see.
Oi!
Hey!
Do you hear that?
You guys hear, oi!
Is that in my head?
No, oh my.
Did they get payment for the
Are you
fight?
talking to me again?
Is that our payment?
Smallvros.
Ooh, it's
Lavende.
I would turn.
You guys stop. You guys have to back up. You guys look down the alley. See.
Oh, hey,
Oh, you're not in my head.
What is it? What is this? What's going on here?
It's the what do you mean? It's the medicine.
What?
Medicine.
Alright. So is the chest closed?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So there's. Alright, so the antidote's in there.
Yes.
And then the thing with the head still, we're doing that, alright.
Yes, I am doing that.
Yeah. Where were you? Where have you been?
We went to the witch.
Went to the witch. I said that. Remember?
No, I don't
Everything's
remember
dead.
anything right now. I don't even remember most of yesterday.
So I keep hearing about this witch. Okay. Why did you go see a witch?
I thought maybe she could help me with the head. I want to do something. with it.
How?
What do you mean how? Magic.
You know,
I know magic.
I also know magic.
you know,
Smallvross knows magic.
Lavender.
Hmm?
You know those things come with a price, right?
I don't.
With witches.
What do you think that I could give? Don't really have much.
You would be surprised.
They take things you don't want to give up.
What does that mean? What
Well,
does
I
that
don't
mean,
really
be
have much
surprised?
to give up, so whatever it is, if it helps me help other people, then I'm willing to give that up.
Okay. So, what do you?
Why? I can
As
That's
you're
why I
all
should to go.
Standing there, a wagon sort of starts scrolling by. It's filled with bodies as two soldiers are walking and grabbing bodies right by your feet and just sort of
I'm gonna
throwing them
jump
into
back
this
up
cart.
and let them do
I'm gonna
that.
snap at them. Hey. Hey, you.
They sort of look at you. There's covered in
Goddamn
blood and
Karen.
mud.
Hey. Where's your manager? What's the condition of Darmian? Have you heard?
Who? You look
Wait,
at them.
are these Fentis's
They look like
guys?
Fentis's men.
Never mind.
No, wait, do you know where Darmir is?
They don't even know who he is. They don't
Who's
even know where they
Darmian?
are.
Who's doing me?
He's the armor-wearing fellow from here.
I'm gonna look around. Do I see any of his men?
Darmir's?
Yeah.
You mean the villagers?
Besides the dead ones?
Yeah, you see a lot of them in the cart.
Oh God.
Well, no. Fucking forget it.
There's,
So you're telling me everyone's dead? Everyone is dead?
you guys have no.
Okay.
The only
So he
people
doesn't have any living, breathing. There's no living.
you
breathing
haven't seen a
guards.
living villager since last night.
Okay. So no guards from the town either.
There was two of them, and you haven't seen them either.
Okay.
Okay, excuse me,
Place
boys.
only had 2 guards.
What about the
They're the only ones
guys?
that weren't asleep.
Oh.
What about the ones that were using the bow and arrow?
Those were the two.
Oh, that. Oh.
Sorry. Excuse me, boys. Where are you keeping the wounded at?
Yeah, we get the wounded out in front. It's a tent. It's an infantry stage, infirmary station set up there.
Oh.
A lot of bad wounds. Some of them probably aren't going to make it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I think we should head in that direction, where the
I
wounded.
may be able to help with that.
All right. So.
That is where we're going to go to break. So
All right.
we'll be right back, everyone. We're going to take a quick, short restroom break, and then we're going to return, and we're going to continue this story, which is, I guarantee you, about ready to take a twist.
Oh. Twist.
Be right
Button.
Button.
back.
Button.
Hold on, I gotta stop the music first. I gotta stop the music.
Alright. So there's a... Oh my god. Why?
What?
Why? John's back there somewhere. Kayla's on my left.
Holy
Bobby's on my right. What's happening? Carl, are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, no, it's cool. You're okay, Carl.
What happened? Why'd you just
good.
freak out? You have to stay by Chad.
I don't like the dark.
Okay, alright, here we go. Hold his hand. Alright.
Oh, okay.
Is everyone done moving? Is everyone comfortable?
Foggy?
What?
Feels cooler. You guys don't see a fog?
No!
Turn off the light and look straight up.
No, I don't really see
I
anything.
don't know about you guys, but it's getting cooler.
It is, it is. Alright, so everyone... Alright.
Shit, hold on.
What? What's happening?
Yeah, it's getting cooler.
Okay, Carl, do you need to go? Carl, you're going by yourself. He's really afraid. I didn't know he was that afraid of the dark.
Are you gonna puke? Carl, don't be by yourself. Who gets dark sick?
No, you're good. Just stay. Just keep it on so we can see you. What is that?
Did you hear that?
What was it?
What'd you hear?
What was it?
Someone's moving over there. Oh. Did you guys hear something?
No.
No, you're crushing branches. Yeah.
All right, that's my ooh. Ooh, I feel a little something over here.
Feels good over here.
Maybe that's just your voice.
So mark
Sounded
that.
like people like doing a cadence. The distance.
All right, where we at on the?
I didn't realize how jumpy you were, Carl. I'm not jumpy. I can tell when things are moving.
A little bit. Did we test around that area to make sure it wasn't like something on the? You did?
God damn it.
What was that?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, you're Johnny, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm Todd. How you doing?
Good. Hey, everybody, it's Memphis. Oh, shit, cut. Hey, everybody, it's Johnny Bronco here, coming at you live, episode 1 of the vlog. Tonight, what I'm going to be doing is taking one of my close friends out to an arcade he's never been before. A professor type, works a lot, doesn't get out. Well, tonight we're going to get him out, so let's go. Hey, Doc, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. You ready for tonight?
Yeah. What are we doing?
That's the surprise. Hey, yo, Uber driver. You got an aux cord or something?
Yeah, sure do.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. About to play some Memphis hits. You a big Memphis fan?
Memphis Piper? Oh, God, rest
Yeah.
in peace.
Oh,
Too
yeah.
soon.
It was rough.
In fact, actually, wow, you look a lot like him.
Yeah.
God, you even sound like him, too.
No, man, you got me messed up. All right, I think we're pulling up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doc, I think this is the place.
We're here?
Somewhere around here. You know where you're going, right, guy?
Yep, this is right around the corner.
All right.
Looks like we're here.
Oh, all right.
Out.
Thank you, man. 5 stars, guaranteed. Let's go, Doc. All right, we're about ready to roll into this place called Cheat Codes. It's in Chicago. Check it out if you've never been there. Real good place. Drop my name, Johnny Bronco. They might give you a discount. I don't know. Probably after tonight. Know what I mean, Doc?
Yeah.
All right, Erwin, what do you think?
There's a lot of lights.
Yeah! Let's go have some fun. So, Doc, you having fun?
Yeah, I am getting a little hungry though.
Hungry?
Yeah.
No worries. We got plenty to eat out here. You got this. My little boy's about to be a man. All right, so we're posting up outside. Looks like the Doc has got really hungry, so he's gonna get cheesesteak and just meet us outside. So let's wait out here till he gets done. Man, it's taking him a while. I don't know what's keeping him, but I guess we'll wait. Seriously, where is he? Oh my God. Oh, I think that might be him.
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
And we're back. Thank you all for waiting through break with us. We're going to go ahead and pick up right where we left off with the party making their way. I'm assuming now you guys are going to head to that infirmary?
Yes.
We're up.
Taking the antidote to the sleepy people.
Well, that's going to be...
We're taking the antidote.
We're trying to
to
find
all the
Darwin.
people who were injured in the fight. Right now, currently.
Technically, yes. That's just.
So what would the group like to do?
So wait,
We're trying to find Daramir.
Oh, so you know where to take it.
So we.
Well, you guys know where all the sleeping people are.
Oh, so we could just like.
What the fuck is going on?
That's why I'm confused. What? All right. So you guys know.
So they're not going to follow us then. Obviously, they're going to go somewhere else.
You know the sleeping people are in
Storm Drain.
In the
the
storm
storm
drain.
drain in the old shipyard.
Yes.
Yes, Daramir would more or less tell you to take it there.
Oh, okay.
You could just head there if you'd like.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I suppose Kaz would have to lead them there, and I can go to the infirmary.
Well, I was going to say, the only reason why I want to go to the infirmary is because I have a knack for healing things.
Well,
As do I.
So, what
Barry raises his hand. I can go with whoever's doing the antidote stuff. I'm good at making people drink things.
maybe
can go
not
with
with
us.
it like that.
You can go with us.
I'm good at things involving drinking.
That's true, you are.
Skill
You're
of mine.
excellent, even.
Wait, no, these potions are for the sleeping. Not you do not need to drink these.
No, I'm not drinking these. I'm gonna make the others drink it.
Okay, so where are we going?
I'm going to the infirmary and see the.
I'll go wake up the sleeping people.
I'll go to the infirmary.
Okay, so I guess I will take you to the sleeping people.
Alright, Kaz, lead the way.
Okay.
Well, if I follow the way you going.
I thought I was going infirmary.
Well, if you want, mate, you can come with us.
I also need something to eat, so yeah.
Well,
let's
I
go
don't think
to
you'll
the
find food at the infirmary.
Oh, I'm not eating anything at the infirmary.
I've got some provisions.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What is it?
Whatever I found in the kitchen.
What is it?
This is bread.
Oh, thank you. Well, very nice of you. Bring some bread with you.
Alright, to the
Oh,
infirmary.
I'm walking eating.
Alright, as the party splits, you guys go your own way. Shipyard's closer. Have Kaz, Barry, Lavende make their way there. As you do, you notice that there's guards still stationed outside. You actually see the two guards speaking to each other as, tell by the way they're dressed up, they're Ventus's men. I don't quite think they're going to make it out alive. No, I don't. They're looking awful bad in there. Give me some time. You don't know. Maybe someone will get lucky. I don't know.
Alright, at Eastman, we here with the antidote.
Barry has it. We got the.
That's the antidote.
Yes.
Well, fucking get in there. So, do whatever I need to do.
Alright, so I'm gonna start leading the way to the villagers.
Alright. As you look down there, it's filled. Like, it's filled shoulder to shoulder. There's people just crammed down in there. You're going to need to... There's only 5 vials, and they're large vials. Basically, essentially, you're going to have to give a sip to each person. You go too fast with this, or get too eager, you can end up with a lot of sleeping people still left over. Alright, so how you want to do this then, Kaz?
So, we have to be rather delicate with this. We have to be careful with how much antidote we're giving per person. So,
He seems kind of fucked up. She only gave us 5 bottles.
yes, well, it's a witch I'm assuming they were dealing with, so typical. Well, you know what, why don't I try giving them some of the antidote, Barry? You were up rather late, weren't you?
Yeah, but I'm sharpened. Sharpened like a fine piece of coral.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, if I need advice to administer the antidote, I will take it from you.
You go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna start administering. So we're gonna start laying out the bodies separate from each other,
Okay.
so they're not just scrunched up. So why don't you help me, and we'll start spreading them out so we can administer the antidote to them all. So
Okay, just tell me where you want the bodies to go.
okay. Start leaning them up against the wall so they're upright. They're not just laying down.
Okay.
I'm going to follow suit, kind of setting them up against the wall.
Okay. And start trying to just give them a sip of the antidote.
As you do, go ahead and give me a... give me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Sleight of hand or medicine, whichever's higher.
Okay.
Maybe I should have went with you guys. Oops, the daisies.
That is a 30.
Okay. You dip just a drop. You literally see just a drop leave the bottle before you stop it. As soon as it hits their tongue, you watch the person go. Why is my body hurt? I can't move.
Well, you've been asleep for a couple days, so.
Oh, my legs feel like fire. I'm so hungry.
Okay, just relax. All right. Next person, please.
He's channeling Carl right now.
Go ahead.
Nice to see.
And I'm going to use the same roll that you had to go through, and you just expertly drop. It's only taking a drop, and it seems to be snapping people about. It seems like there's a reoccurring thing that each person that kind of comes out of it, they seem to just be rigid and just like they time jumped all week and just haven't had any food or moved. A lot of them are exhausted. A lot of them are dehydrated. A lot of them are starving. As this happens, you notice that one of the guards actually took off, running once people started waking up. It does not take very long before hordes of men start showing up and getting down into the pit with you and starting to pull people up and getting them out and starting to get people water, starting to try to get them to get up and move from their entropy state. Meanwhile, in the infirmary, as you make your way there, you can see what looks like very, very quickly constructed makeshift tents. Tarps just set up in a quick manner to get bodies in there and laid up, dealing with mortal wounds such as amputated arms, legs, eviscerations. It's nasty stuff. The skirmish was short, but it was intense.
Alright, I'm immediately looking around for Dalamir.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I had a sister.
You're my sister.
I had a sister.
Faller's your sister.
I always consider you my sister.
I believe
Thanks,
it.
buddy.
Go ahead and give me an investigation as well.
I'm going to be looking for whoever's in charge. Or
It's
whoever's
Carl.
in charge.
Okay. 4.
Jeez.
9.
I'm surprised your investigation is that low.
19.
I think you're right.
I told you.
Why don't I have anything else to roll it on? Thank you.
It's not true.
Or a dice tray.
It's not true.
Calmer.
9.
9. Okay.
19.
19.
Yes.
Yeah, you can tell who's running this. It's mainly a group of, let's see, field medics, individuals that are trained in probably warfare wounds or treating warfare wounds. They themselves look like they're also soldiers, but they're making their rounds, going through people coming up to their sides. You actually see a few of them are currently going over to an individual and actually laying the blanket over the face as a soldier just passed away from their wounds. Do you approach?
Yeah, I would approach.
Okay. They don't really pay any mind to you. They continue with their job.
You there!
Pardon me.
That's,
You require healing assistance?
no, I'm here to assist.
Thank you. We are outnumbered here. We have many wounded that need tended care.
Am I free to go and assist?
Please, are you trained? Sort of looks you up and down as he stares at your attire and your battle axe and your overall just very warrior-esque appearance.
Yes. Through my training with the clergyman of Tempest, we did learn basic treatment. I'll go through and save the ones that are savable. And I'll make my way through and look for people who would not be, who would be savable and not like waste my time with the ones that are.
So you're going to treat individuals that have a chance of living?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, very well. You can go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Oof. That was teetering on 18 with 2.
8.
An 8.
Yeah.
As you go through and you look at the wounded, you're not quite familiar with human anatomy, even though orcs and humans have a lot of similar in many ways. There is different composition and structure of body, bone density, hell, even just general survivability to certain wounds. Humans are very frail in the mind of an orc, and a lot of these wounds that you find to be honestly quite minuscule or look to be gravely dangerous to these individuals. You do manage to help the ones that you can, but you find it. You find that there's more grievously injured than you would are going to expect of this battle. You also know that enough time has passed right now that magical healing will only heal up wounds, but will not save limbs or amputations or missing body parts. Were you going to use any magic to heal? Or
If it seemed like magic would be able to heal, I would. If not, I would use just medicine.
How many would you like to expend?
I'll expend. Let's see. If they're grouped reasonably close together. Actually, I'll just use all my spells. So that would be 4 level 1s and.
So 4?
Yeah, we'll just do that.
And is it single target or is it group?
I have 2 level 2s. I'll use 2, and those are group.
Okay, how many can you do in a group?
6.
6?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another medicine roll.
15.
Very well. Smallfrost, as you get to work healing these injured humans. Jezebel. You finally see Darmir.
With my 4. Thank you, God.
As Kaz seems to be going across, it took you a little bit of time to find him as you were walking up and down. You didn't spot him immediately. You do finally find his cot that he's laying on. He seems to be sort of passed out, although as you approach, you notice his eyes kind of... Jace?
Darmir.
How's the town?
Well,
Has the witch arrived yet?
no. She kind of, I think, just gave Lavender and Smallfrost antidotes, so they're taking care of that right now.
As soon as you say that, you actually hear the sound of a panted foot soldier making their way there. We need men! People are waking up! People are waking up! And as they do that, you notice that 3-4 individuals go like, come on, let's move! And they start making with great haste towards the shipyard.
Well, so sounds like they were successful. There we go.
That's good to hear.
I'm gonna be honest, Darmir, I didn't think you were gonna make it.
I apparently have a hole in my lung. They, luckily were able to use magic before. It wouldn't have worked. It just hurts to breathe right now. I'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't talk then. I should get out of here. I just wanted to stop by and see if you're still alive or not.
Hey. You could admit it. You wanted to see me before you left.
No, it's just passing through. I was already on my way walking around, happened to see you. But it's nice that you're not dead, I guess.
Be safe, Jess.
I'll give him a really light pat on the shoulder opposite to wherever his wound is. Alright, there. Just, rest up. Maybe I'll be seeing you.
So Paladin, did you say you already received magical healing and it did nothing?
I said I was able to get magical healing before it wouldn't work. You know how magic works, right?
Right.
Once the body starts healing itself, it doesn't affect it. That's why you still have people with amputations.
Oh, right.
So if I would have waited several hours, the hole in my lung, magic wouldn't have healed it.
I see what you mean. So do you need... I can heal you right now. Do you need something?
I'm fine.
Alright, so...
It's just sore, and I need to rest. Also, say my name.
Yeah, so I did. Sir Paladin.
You called me Paladin, and I have an oath. Say my name.
Are you not Paladin? Alright, no, I fucking got it. His name... Wait, hold on. Are you a sir or not? If you're not a sir, I'll just say it. Alright. So, I'm sorry. Daromir.
You live another day, halfling.
Oh, dude.
Congratulations.
I fucking wrote it down this time.
Hey, look at that. He lived. Can we get the fuck out of here now?
Okay, so we gotta get some provisions, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of have things. Time crunch here. We gotta get going.
Jez. Are you heading to the Strand?
Why? Depends on what you're gonna say to me. I don't want to lecture. And also, you shouldn't be lecturing anyway, because you have a hole in your lung, so...
I'm not going to lecture you. Just... I know you growing up. Your parents being human. Being a tiefling. I know what that brings. I know I don't look different. But being an Aasimar is sometimes just as bad.
What? You're an Aasimar.
Yeah. The whole glowing wings, it's not a spell I know.
How many people know that?
Well, my parents knew it before they passed. Just like you. Parents weren't Aasimars, they were human. Then they found out. I was told to keep it a secret. And that's why they forced me into law. Said it was my duty as a celestial. Fuck it. It's not duty, it's just what's right. Jez. All I'm telling you to do is just do what's right. I'm not gonna lecture you. I'm gonna tell you how to live.
Everyone keeps coming at me with that. But I'll take a note, mental note. It's up here now. So if I feel like doing something bad, I'll just be like, hey, that thing Darami said. Pop in my head. Play it by ear.
Be safe. Travel well. Travel well.
Yeah. Rest up, Darami. Let's go.
Alright.
People keep telling me to do what's right. I'm gonna tell you this right now, Coleman. I'm gonna do what's right and put a bullet in between that motherfucker's eyes. That's what's right.
Who's? Daromir? That doesn't sound right.
Not Daromir. You know what? Let's just walk. We can talk later.
Oh,
Let's just go.
I fucking know who you're talking about now. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's go.
Alright, I'll hold him down and you fucking shoot him in the head.
I don't think you're gonna be able to do that, but you can try. I'd pay to see that.
What's your alignment, owner?
I wasn't being serious.
Oh, yeah, you weren't being
What's your
serious?
alignment?
Give me a moment to look it up.
Oh my god.
Because I've been keeping track of a certain thing.
You don't know your alignment?
I don't think I should be having alignment. Hold on. It's gotta be around here somewhere.
You don't remember what your alignment is?
It's in here. Chaotic good.
Okay, can you please drop that down to chaotic neutral?
Oh, here we go.
We brought you down finally.
It's happening.
That's your 4th slash against your alignment.
How many do we all have?
I'm telling you that.
Tell us.
Once you get to chaotic neutral, you can't. Like, that's just the pit. You just stay in chaotic.
That's the best one though, because you don't have to worry
Okay.
about shit.
It's not, the alignment switch doesn't really affect you as long as you don't have a deity that requires that.
I have many deities, and they all have different alignments.
Yeah, and they're all chaotic evil.
Well, most of them are. That's true. That's true.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So,
That is true.
Oh.
So we are.
It's
So-
like chaotic evil, boy.
um,
Imagine all
what would
the power.
Jez and Fulner like
We'll
to do?
start gathering provisions, get the wagon, start gathering food, water, the rope, wood,
Okay,
and any medical supplies I can command.
so after provisions have been gathered, and everyone's hauling it over to the boat, Small Ross, you've helped all you could with, in fact, actually, you helped enough to where, if you didn't help, quite a few people most likely would have perished. What is your alignment?
Chaotic neutral.
Can you please change it to chaotic good?
Palmer and Small Ross are doing this right now. We're right past each other.
No, that's your 4th slash against that too. You guys just swapped over.
Wow.
If you get to chaotic evil, imagine all the power you get from all those.
All right.
I want to see it happen.
Now, after all provisions have been gathered, Small Ross, I'm assuming you return to the ship afterwards.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Kaz,
Yes,
you and Lavende spent a good amount of time using the bottles, and thankfully with your roll and your sleight of hand, you were able to use all 5 bottles down to the last drop. It was literally portioned out to the exact number of people. If you would have went over at all, if any of it would have even spilled, some people never would have woke up.
Excellent.
Thankfully, everyone today did wake up. And now, people of Ravensgrin will have some time they will need to recover. After this is said and done, what would the 3 of you like to do?
Well, I believe you back to the
Head back to the ship?
ship.
Okay. So, as you guys are loading up provisions and Small Ross is walking onto the ship, you guys see Kaz and Lavende and Barry returning from the shipyard as you all come up onto deck. You're all together.
Well, everyone's awake now.
Everyone freezes, except for Kaz. You watch all your companions.
Okay. Don't everybody hurrah at once.
You notice Barry's just...
Okay.
Everyone seems completely frozen, besides for you. As you actually look at the white caps on the ocean. They're just frozen.
Okay.
You look at the clouds, frozen. Birds, frozen in midair.
Well, this is odd. sorry, just like kind of like.
As you're looking around, you feel a magical tingle sort of go over your skin as a dimensional door opens and you feel the energy suck in as a figure sort of emerges out of it, wearing a full white robe with gold trim along the embroidered portions of the robe. The robes look very, if you were to kind of imagine mixing a Jedi's robes with a bishop's robe.
Okay.
It's very almost ornate but functional at the same time.
Okay.
As the individual walks out, you see that they're wearing what looks like a alabaster mask with iron bars going over the mouth. There seems to be innate filigree that wraps around the mask itself, all in gold. You know that the person doesn't speak, and the pure sight of this individual, you realize that this is an inquisitor from Neve. This is usually an individual that's sent after to arrest and apprehend illegal mages, or individuals that have violated crimes against Neve. Power word hold. Give me I need a wisdom save.
Okay. Wow.
Swear to God, I've never seen
20.
the place.
Get a 20. I dare you. I want to see it happen.
Wisdom. Well, should be interesting.
What if he kills me?
12.
Okay. Yeah, you feel your body completely freeze up as this happens. And you notice that the individual then begins to cast a somatic incantation as all of you feel your bodies sort of just stretch and begin to warp and twist as dimensional poles and tethers begin to twist and wrap you around as the instant teleportation of this spell brings you all right into what looks like a almost like a, you were to imagine a box, a cube, but there's no walls. It's just the framing of a cube. It seems to be all lined with intricate gold bars and strange geometrical corners. You notice that the individual seems to be standing on the outside of the cube, doesn't say a word, turns and walks out. You look and gaze outside of this cube, and what you see is just darkness. Just this individual seems as though almost like if you remember from the X-Men films when they're walking out of Cerebrum.
Okay.
Are we still frozen?
You guys, yeah, you come out of your frozen state, but you guys don't remember being frozen. You don't remember that scene of seeing this individual come out. You just remember just like you blinked and now you're here.
We're here.
Yep.
What the hell's happening? Where are we?
Oh my god, we drank so much.
Yeah, someone
last
please tell me that I just passed out drunk again.
Well,
You said there's bars, right?
This is
Not
right.
again.
Yeah, there appears to be these bars, but it's massive invisible walls.
There's golden
Or
bars?
that massive invisible openings. Think of a cube, no walls, just the outline of it.
Okay. But there's bars.
No, the bars are the outlines. Think of a cube,
Right.
no
So we're
walls.
inside
A cage.
Oh,
like a
time. Invisible cage.
yeah. So we're inside of like just.
To you, it doesn't even look like a cage. It looks like you could walk right through it.
alright, I'm gonna walk right through it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a dex save.
Wow, I don't know if I'm gonna beat that.
You gotta beat an 18.
I beat that. I
Beat that,
maybe
okay.
without even
So you'll have to take half damage.
half damage.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so as you go to walk up, you feel this almost this magnetic pull, like your chest begins to warp in. You actually feel the physical matter of your chest begin to cone out, and then you jump back and it snaps back into your body, and you take that's
What the
going to be 7 points of damage.
Small Ross. Maybe.
What was that?
I don't know, but let's not do it again.
all right. Don't do that.
What?
Is this magic?
Oh, fuck all
Yes. There's a lot of magic here.
Where are we?
So,
What do you know, Cass?
we might be in Neve.
What?
Really?
What does Neve?
It's a place.
Well, how will we get here?
Did you bring us here?
No, not intentionally. No, I did not do that.
Well, we're clearly in some sort of trouble, because,
So, you all might be guilty by association. I found a portal to Neve in the Wizard's Tower, and I may have stepped through it illegally, and they may have found out.
Request trial by combat.
No, you don't want to do that here. They don't do that here. They typically turn you to a grain of sand, and they put you in a big glass somewhere.
So that's what
Refuse to
they're
be
gonna do.
changed into sand.
that's what's gonna do. They're gonna do that to us.
I don't think.
I'm gonna pull off my axe. No.
No.
So where's the axe? Right away.
Do you not just see what just happened to you?
Well, first we wait
But
for
I
them
didn't
to
do it
come
with an axe.
into the cube, and then he can attack them with
No,
the axe.
uh,
They have to
exactly.
come into our territory. This is ours now.
No. They are very powerful mages here.
Tempest is a very powerful demon.
No, they are ridiculously talented and powerful mages.
My faith in Tempest will carry us through any danger.
Well, how about this? Let's just pocket the axe real quick, and we can just. Obviously, we're gonna have to wait until someone gets here to grab us or whatever.
Are we already sand?
No, we are not sand.
This could be our
I'm going to
hourglass.
I'm going to sit in the middle of.
You can sit in the middle.
Yeah.
Barry sort of looks around. Yeah, I don't. I was gonna try the walk-through thing, but now I have to see that. I don't think we'll try that. Captain, what's the plan?
I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna put my flask out.
Drink. It's a good plan.
You're all content with being held prisoner?
What else are we gonna do? We can't leave.
Oh my gosh. It's fine. I'll figure something out.
Yes, you will.
You notice, like, the lights being switched on in a dark room. The surrounding darkness around the cube illuminates. You find yourselves floating in the clouds. As you look down beneath your feet, you see hundreds of feet of just open sky. Below you, you see what looks like a massive, large city that's upon an island. You can see the ocean surrounding this large island. There seems to be multiple floating spires and chunks of land that are surrounding this island. You see an individual sort of floats up to the cube. They're wearing what looks like an all blue robe with black embroidered design and intricate patterns along their robes. Very similar to the ones that you saw earlier. They look like this, almost like a bishop's outfit. So you are all the perpetrators here.
Well, we all is kind of a broad term.
I'm Smallbross, son of Largok.
Okay.
What business have I done that's caused you to bring me here?
Your companion has broken the laws of admission.
Well, I was here on fetching reagent lists.
Correct, for a wizard who is now dead.
Oh,
And wizard who is also dead and has been dead for some time. It was his spell that was used to activate the portal.
Kaz, you went ahead and killed him without me?
No, you're thinking of the wrong.
So, you are either a murderer or a grave robber.
No.
Either way.
Or both.
I've done both of those things.
Both of them. Both of them.
I was a student of Avis.
Can you verify that? Avis never took an apprentice. That is why his tome now resides. Do you have his tome?
I lift up my sash and I grab it off its chain and I unlatch it from my belt. Yes, I have his tome.
His tome is in the archives, though. So, perhaps you are a spell counterfeiter. Haven't seen one of those in Avendal several hundred years.
It's authentic. You can check it if you'd like.
We shall see after we exhibit some rather evasive tactics. You notice he almost has this sickening glee on his face. You sort of seem that he's going to insinuate some sort of magical torture.
We're gonna.
His hand raises up, and you watch as it closes. You see this tether beam from one corner of the cube to his hand, and as he turns and lowers, you begin to descend down. As you trail and follow him, you see his robes flying as he flies effortlessly down towards these spiraling towers. Within a short few minutes, the cube finally lands upon a platform. Long, massive, almost like runway. It's this long path, this circular, almost balcony, open balcony, runs into one of these spires. You notice that the cube walls, or the borders of it, they open, fall to the ground. Follow me. If you try to run, I will pass judgment without trial. You do not want that. And he begins to walk.
Start following him.
I'll be walking next to him.
Alright. Does everyone follow?
Yeah.
As you follow into this corridor, there's this long hall. It's very long. You've been walking in it for quite some time now. You almost feel like you, from the width of the tower, you should have already came out the other side. But it's clear now that this is it's much bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
You know, I love the robe color. It does wonders for your eyes. Anyone have told you that before? Also, the torture game, is that what you're alluding to? Quite a fan of that myself. So what kind of torture can I be expecting? Is it going to be anything like insta-death or real slow?
Torture is a barbaric word. I wouldn't call it that. I would say it's more like expedient information gathering.
That's a nice ring to it. But you know, if you call it that, it kind of like it's really the element of stealing fear. You gotta get the fear in there. That's how you get them to talk and do what you want.
Oh, the fear's already here. You're just not paying attention. As he kind of takes his hand and runs it along the wall.
I'm gonna walk up to Gaz.
Yes, small press.
What can we expect? What are we walking into?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't really mingle a whole lot in Neve, city itself. My teacher, it kept me as a private student in his little cottage, so...
Likely lie.
Oh my gosh. It's not a lie. I really did train with that halfling. I don't
He
understand.
stops and turns. You're telling me that Avis kept you as some sort of secret protege out in the woods?
Yes, because he was rather tired of hearing your bickering back in the city.
At least partially sounds true.
So what does the blue mean? What's that? What's going on with that? You guys like color-coded or something?
Yes.
So what's that mean? What's that all about?
As your friend stated, yes, the original council High Mages was founded through the draconic colors. Each school was divided and put into a represented dragon. Your color is your school, your mastery.
Oh, right.
Once you meet Grand Mastery, you will take the white robe. Of course, you will then embroider it with your color of school.
So that means you're pretty low on the pegging pole right there. You up there? Are you like right below white? Where are you at?
I am known as a Wizard of Blue, part of the Sapphire House.
You're really hard to hold a conversation with.
Jezebel, I just stop wasting your breath. They can be as dry as a atrose red, which
Well, I
is
mean, we
rather
might-
dry.
Be dying anyway, so I'm gonna waste as much breath as I can because we could be taking our last one here.
What is the point of us being here? If this is an issue with Kaz, why did you...
You're all guilty by association. The
That's
laws of
fucked up.
That's
admission.
fucking bullshit.
Can I?
You are all benefiting from your friend's clear thievery of Neve.
How so?
I didn't steal anything.
I don't feel benefit at all.
You used a High Wizard's classification and identification to get reagents.
Well, I didn't think it was a crime for a student of a gray.
You are not a registered student. Your name?
Kaz.
I do not have any name known as Kaz.
So like, do we get a lawyer or what's the deal here? Where's the lawyer?
You will be defending yourself, for here in Neve, all intelligence is the only thing that matters.
Trial by combat?
No.
Oh, that is an unfortunate laugh, mate.
Trial by combat.
Whew.
Sure, you can try that. So have many of them. Continues to walk forward.
Many of what?
You finally take a look and you glance at the walls as you look, and each brick along this hallway looks to be a person's face in extreme pain and tormented state of constant existence.
Well, I'm not going out like that. I'm not going out here either, so we better figure something out.
It's fine.
I don't think I have any grenades on me.
Fucking grenade.
It's a boom boom bomb. It's the ball. You lied it.
Finally, you all make your way to the edge of
You
this
usually make
long
boom boom
hallway.
slaps.
Big boom boom.
Once you are in there, you notice that there appears to be a circle of other wizards, each one of them wearing a particular color. 9 of them all together. Upon all of these 9, you notice that each one of these 9, though, that are in there, not including the blue that escorted you here, they are all wearing white with an embroidered color, going from red, blue, green, yellow, purple, black. As this happens, you notice that the one speaks up. This individual that appears to be wearing white and red. Are these the ones that we have brought here to face trial? It is indeed the one that used Avis's somatic gesture and the credentials of the High Wizard within Ravensgrave. Very well. Bellator, you may leave. Do you understand the crimes at which you are being accused of? Laws of admission.
Yes.
And do you have a defense?
I used my master's sigil. I'm a student of
Your
Avis.
master has been dead for several years.
Yes.
I knew him personally.
Yes. And if you knew Avis personally, you know he had a little cottage out in the countryside, away from the noise.
He did.
He took me on as a student. This is his tome that he gave me.
Grabs it. He begins to flip through it. He looks over towards another wizard and seems to give a head. You notice it's a white wizard wearing black trims. He kind of bends over and he just looks like an emaciated corpse.
This place is gross.
Come closer.
No, guys, guys, don't let him touch you.
I start getting closer.
It's so out of you.
Closer.
Okay.
I don't really like what he's doing.
You notice his bony fingers kind of scrape along the side of your face.
Oh, okay.
Old enough.
Notice another wizard looks over. Are you saying you believe his story?
Plausible.
Wizard in red seems to stop.
Sir, if you say this is true,
There is no words of your name written by Avis. Even if your claims were true, we need evidence.
Well, they do magic shit, right? Kaz, can't they just do some sort of like thing to tap into your memory or something?
You hear a kind of a cry out of the room. I feel like we've all started this without me. As you see a familiar face walk into the room. Silver hair draped over his shoulder, his elven ears, pale skin, his white robes. White with white trim.
That's a lot of white.
Sort of walks in. He almost looks like a marble statue if he was to stand still. If you weren't educated on who he was, you would almost think he's an Eladrin. But you recognize this is Osirian, Dala, the individual that had his Archelon cell stolen by Shiv.
I'm getting behind Smallbrows.
See her?
Don't mind me. Just gonna.
Council members, this is an associate of mine. I have dealt with him before, and Kaz.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen you.
Last time we met, I don't recall you telling me that you were apprenticed under
Well, we didn't have too long to talk after affairs kicked off.
Granted. I apologize. I didn't recognize the spell book. I knew Avis. And, as it is, a spell book is handed down from master to apprentice. And, if a master dies without an apprentice, the book shall then be categorized and catalogued within the halls and history of man. We understand the rules, but they do not. It is clear that they do not understand our customs, so perhaps we should explain it to them. Carry on. Avis's tome is already categorized within the halls of magic. And if you're claiming that this is as well, council members, perhaps you allow me, member of the council, to do this personally. I will take them to the halls of magic, and you want to take untrained barbarians and buffoons to the halls of magic. What could they possibly do at the feet of a master?
Oh no, they just called you a buffoon.
It was not called talking to me.
This is highly unorthodox. It is. But if I remember correctly, I believe that Avis and I, being as romantic as we were, I have a obligation to this. After all, if Kaz is Avis's apprentice, then by default, then I need to continue where Avis left off. The laws of tutelage. Agree. Proceed. Orisian looks towards a lot of you. Thank you all, and apologies for this. Kaz, you should have known better than using Avis's spell.
I just couldn't resist it. Sorry.
Bad. Follow me. Notice that Avis quickly turns and begins walking out of this chamber. He moves towards these platforms, and as he does, the platform drops off of this tower into nothingness. He brings his hands up, and he casts a somatic gesture, and you feel all of you, almost like a roller coaster push. You fall off the tower, and your body quickly begins to descend down as you traverse through floating spires to floating spires. As you are traveling, Orisian begins to speak. Kaz, I would hope you are not lying, correct?
Oh, no, this is really his book.
Very well. Well, knowing Avis, then I'm going to assume that he most likely gave us the fake. And if that's the case, then we just simply need to figure out where Avis left the little clue. I'm sure he put it in one of the books. We just need to figure it out. With a short little travel, you all find yourselves at what looks like this almost cathedral-esque looking building. High white towers, bleach, stark alabaster stone. There's vines and ivy and foliage growing up and spiraling around it, flowers blooming. The one thing you have noticed since you've been here, the weather is perfect. It's like a 72 degrees homeostasis environment within this island, and there is no signs of fall. They seem to, the doors open on their own as Orisian makes his way forward, and you walk into a library like the sight that none of you have ever seen. It makes the photos that you put in the Discord pale in comparison to the size of this library, from floor to ceiling, and the ceiling itself is glass with all sunlight pouring in. And here we have, well, tomes from many masters who have passed without apprentices throughout the centuries. Thousands of years. Each Wizard of Neve, upon their death without an apprentice, the book is returned here, that we may learn and understand everything that they and their masters had taught them, from the beginning of the first page written. You notice he moves over, he casts a somatic incantation, and you watch a book just slam into his hand. Like it just shot out of some filing system somewhere and appeared into his hand. As he brings his fingers over and begins flipping through the pages. What happened in Ravensbrunn?
Well, where do we begin? Centaurs attacked. That happened.
Well, I think he means more along the lines of what's going on here, right?
Jez, not being the apprentice here, is rather astute.
Well, okay, fine.
I've been drinking too, so
Yeah, it's the drunk
it
talk.
could be that.
The Hector, the mage,
Yes.
wizard,
Spiteful little shit.
was most likely assassinated, and, well, someone was in their place. According to the local official, the wizard was dead for quite some time, unfortunately. Whoever I spoke to was impersonating Hector.
How long were they dead?
Days, I would say, for maybe over a week.
Interesting. Hector's sign was used to transport within Neve. About a day before you came.
Well, their imposter sent me off and my companions to a cove where he sent his apprentice to die. And, well,
Was his book recovered?
I don't believe I recovered any book.
Well, that means his book is stolen in the hands of a murderer. And if you are an apprentice of Avis, that will be your first duty in Neve. So, good news, bad news. Good news is, I believe you. Bad news is, there's no proof that you are Avis's apprentice, in this book at least. Can I see the other?
Hand it over.
Now, I'm going to ask a very, very weird question. Avis was a rather unorthodox wizard, like myself, and he didn't trust people, even me. He didn't prefer to do things that could be discovered through magic. Does anyone here have any lemon juice?
Lemon juice.
Any sort of citric?
Can't say I carry lemon juice on me.
Would that be in a component pouch?
Might be. Do you have a component in a pouch?
Have spices.
Okay. Tell you what. I'll say that you have some small vial of orange juice.
I do have this, I believe.
Can I see that?
Be able to serve your needs.
Thank you.
I didn't know you were an orange juice boy.
What?
I didn't know you were an orange juice boy.
It says warm. Are there components of yours?
Yes.
You're a spellcaster.
It is in my kit that they sent me out from the temple with.
You're a holy man.
I am.
As he takes the orange juice and he brings it over and puts it onto the palms of his fingers, and you notice he begins wiping back and forth on pages. There it is. Avis. He picks it up, flips it around. You notice that on one particular page, his notes, the spacing was much wider than any other page. He took the orange juice and you see it looks like he rubbed them along in between the spacing. It looks like ink is starting to materialize. Here we are. Avis's proclamation of an apprentice. Kaz.
How about
Closes
that?
the book. Let's take this back. As he starts reading through it. Rather actually insulted that he didn't tell me that he had an apprentice. But then again, let's see here. Avis, Wizard of Grey. Hereby take Kaz as an apprentice. Say here. Okay, not reading that last part.
Oh?
Alright. Let us
Some spicy stuff in that. Okay.
head back to the council.
Well, hold on. In this place, is it just books of mages or?
Yes, this is the books. This is our libraries are categorized into 3 categories: Category A, B, and C. C being the smallest. This is a C category library.
Do you have any books that are like? I don't know if I could find it here, but I've been looking for this rare book everywhere, and I was told I might find it in Nave. Didn't know I was ever going to come here this early.
If you're looking for things that are written on paper, it's most likely here.
What could I buy it or could I borrow it for some notes?
You, absolutely not. An apprentice or master of Neve, absolutely yes.
What about become? No.
Would you like to be a wizard?
Maybe.
Good. He walks over towards you. Give me your hand.
What's this going to do? Is this going to hurt?
No, absolutely not. Takes his hand, puts it over yours, closes his eyes. I want you to concentrate. Think of nothing but the weave. Think only the weave. Give me a perception check. Need to be a 19.
Perception. That's 21.
21, okay. You begin to feel this lightness to your hand, like your hand just started to float. Keep your eyes closed. You notice that Orisian has taken his hand off and his eyes are open. He's just like, let your hand float there. Concentrate. Now take your hand. Turn it sideways. Close your fingers. Put your thumb back up. Now put it up your bum.
Oh, he's got a funny side to him. Look at that.
You're not a wizard, no. But I can tell that you have magical capabilities. Were you trained in the arts of, I believe, song and verse?
I am, yeah.
I think you are much more suited for history. Now, your friend Kaz here is indeed an apprentice. I'm sure he would be more than willing to get this book for you.
Alright, let's go. Let's get you that fucking that certificate of proof that you're a wizard.
Okay.
That I always knew. You good guy, you.
Just stop, Falna. And I
Weren't
swear,
you threatening to break his kneecaps a little bit ago?
Who's calling me fucking small?
if it's just shut up. And if I swear, if it's a book about diamonds, I'm gonna hit you.
It's not.
We do have many books about diamonds.
There's a backup, maybe, but
They're a very powerful component, even capable of bringing back the dead.
a question: do you also agree that it could be a new form of payment, as far as like it is much more lighter than gold, but just as
Diamonds?
us?
No, I believe that in the future we'll probably create a currency that's made out of a lightless material like paper, and just call it a fiscal material value.
Oh, it's just paper can burn.
Wait, what is this book that you're going on about anyway, mate? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the it's called the verdict, the final verdict of Arnhem.
Ah, the final verdict of Arnhem.
Yeah, but
Yes.
first edition.
First edition, even more rare. That
Right.
actually has 3 verses that were replaced, or actually were not documented in the 2nd or 3rd or 4th edition. Yes, I've read through it many times. It's a very fascinating read about, I believe, if I could recall, was it Etonia? The legendary kingdom? You have a wanderlust in your eye for that, don't you?
Something I'm very interested in.
Well, if there's anything I love more is the eagerness for knowledge. So, follow me. And at least I'm just glad to get this one a laugh out of that.
Yeah, he doesn't do that very often.
It was a funny joke.
He turns and he... You guys travel
Good
back
job.
the way...
You knew that long.
You guys travel back the way you guys came.
Okay.
And eventually you make your way back into the halls of council. Councilmen, councilwomen, it has been decided. Kaz here is indeed an apprentice of Avis, and it is here. As much as I hate to admit it, Kaz being the thorn that he was, or sorry, Avis being the thorn that he was, did accept Kaz, and he duplicated his spell book and gave us a false one. Kaz holds the authentic book.
Is there proof of this? Can we see?
Yes, here's the book. As he reads it out, I, Avis, Wizard of Grey, hereby declare Kaz the apprentice of mine.
May I read it?
Well, there's things in
Yeah,
here.
you should really read that loud for everyone, just to make sure.
Mostly shouldn't.
Just read all of it.
Loud and clear.
Out loud.
No, I really shouldn't read the last part. It's more or less a personal note in there.
Read the whole thing.
All right, I will read the whole thing.
Thank you, Grandpa Death.
I, Avis, Wizard of Grey, hereby accept Kaz as an official apprentice under the tutelage of a Master of Neve. I write this in hopes that one day that Oresian will guide Kaz to this book. Oresian, if you are reading this, know that I loved you, and tell Bellator he can sit on a fat horse cock, that homophobic piece of shit.
Well,
There it is. We should make sure that he gets that part.
You notice the councilman.
It is decided then.
Bellator will sit on a horse cock.
Not that last part. You are an apprentice. Please leave. You are excused.
Oresian sort of. Follow me. As he walks out, it's all from here, I guess, more or less a dessert. Yes, Avis and I had a relationship for some time. I'm assuming before he met you.
Yeah.
He ended things. He didn't want to grow old with me. Or I should say, he didn't want me to see him grow old. I am a high elf. I am immortal in a sense of age. I will never die of age, and Avis just simply didn't want to.
I understand.
Which means he must have really liked you. If you were around to the end, was he content when he died?
Yes, he passed in his sleep. And, yeah, I hope he was. He was a good teacher.
He's a good halfling.
Yes.
Now, Kaz, I suppose I need to go over some of the introductory protocols for the apprenticeship. And seeing as how Avis wrote that in his book, I'm assuming that he always planned for it to be like this. Maybe he just didn't assume that you were ready at that time.
Yes. He probably just assumed that I may have just break the rules again and try.
Oh, he most certainly probably predicted that.
Yeah.
Avis was very, very good at assumptions.
Yeah. It kind of. Well, the whole entire thing started with me stealing the book originally, and him catching me, and then yeah. So.
It's one thing you never do is steal a wizard's book.
Yeah.
As he looks towards the rest of you, I hope I'm not boring you all with this conversation here.
I'm gonna be honest, I've been bored since I got here. It's not your fault, nothing personal.
Well, if you'd all put your hands here forward.
Wait, what are you doing?
Put
We're
your
all gonna
hands
put our
forward.
thumbs up our butts.
Not you, Cass.
Yeah, I don't want to fall for that. What are you doing?
No, it's not a joke. You keep your eyes open this time, I promise.
Wait, what is going on?
Did you get the
I'm
book?
allowing you
I
access.
didn't get the book.
I'm allowing you access into the city.
Oh, you're not poofing us back home.
No,
Alright.
no. Please put your hands forward. As he brings up a somatic gesture, you watch as your hands, a slight dwemer kind of shimmers over them, and you watch a emblem of Neve appear on your palm. It's actually very similar to the spell that's used on Kaz to identify him being a surface trap. After all, the spell was created by wizards. Neve. This will allow all of you to walk free amongst Neve. If anyone or any wizard tries to interrupt your passage, simply show them that. It is my sigil, my pass. So, feel free to explore, mingle, speak. There are wondrous sights here in Neve, and it is considered one of the grandest achievements of accomplishment all the Faramir.
Maybe you can get your helmet made.
Yeah, I was going to ask if we can. There's magic everywhere, right?
This is the magic capital of all of Amendor,
That is kind of crazy.
rivaled only by the great school in Dremorden, which is a marvelous place.
So is there somewhere that I can go to maybe turn something into a piece of, like a helmet?
If you are looking for crafts and magically enchanted items, you have found no better place. As, of course, as long as you have coin.
Yeah, I do. I do.
It's very expensive.
Well, with the seal, we will have a discount, my discount. So,
Okay.
Maybe I can learn something too? I can kind of use magic. I don't really use it much, but I don't.
see you're more contuned with the nature of life.
Yes.
You see, when it comes to the arts of the arcane, there are many ways to manipulate the weave. Think of it as the threads, correct?
Mm-hmm.
A wizard is like a tailor. We see those threads and we take them and we manipulate them into a shirt, into a blanket, into a scarf, to fit whatever need we need. You don't see the threads, you see the cotton that it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
You take it at its purest form, and you let it blossom. Let it grow in the wild nature. You, on the other hand, you don't manipulate it into creating what you want. You don't let it take a natural effect. You serenade it. You bring its beauty to life with imagination. You pull from the idea and the concept of that weave. And the pure connection you have via your imagination and your skill and your talent is rather impressive.
Thank you.
The only magic here that is done through a non-weave connection is one through outside force, either by your religious beliefs or a pact.
Magic's not supposed to be used. It's work for the gods. Muscle, hard work, that's...
And some of those gods, well, they were mortal once. Now, Kaz and I have some things to deal with. Very simple protocol things. It's not going to take very long. I'd say maybe about 8-10 hours. I'm going to go over some rules and obligations as being an apprentice, and obviously some of the obligations that Ava's had.
Yeah. Well, you all enjoy the city, and I will enjoy doing paperwork.
Knock yourself out, Kaz. Have a blast.
Yes.
No, it won't be just paperwork. Trust me. We need to evaluate where your skill level is at.
Okay.
He's quite skillful.
All right.
This way.
Okay.
And he turns, and you begin to follow.
See,
And
this
as
is why you just take a pact. So much easier.
And as you all have your free reign within the City of Magic, the greatest capital of all arcane arts within this great continent of Abenor, that is where we'll end it tonight.
To wrap up, though.
So, everyone, thank you all for joining us tonight for episode 19, Laws of Admission. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we will be back next Sunday. We are currently going through a renovation process with the basement, so hopefully next week we'll actually have everything painted, and we're gonna be decorating some things. So hopefully by the time season 3 rolls around definitely by the time season 3 rolls around for Vampire, we're gonna have that, and then we're obviously gonna decorate things differently for Death Attack. So you guys have a great
Oh,
night.
wow, thank you. Wow, Toxic Industry.
Thanks,
thank
Toxic.
you.
Toxic, thank you
Gifted
very much.
subs.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you
Very
so
nice.
much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
So, Jade, if you want to get ready for the shut off, because for some reason my button isn't working for the end stream.
We can't have one stream without something going on.
I know.
That's our brand now.
It's our brand.
It's our
Technically.
brand.
So, everyone, thank you all for joining.
Thank you.
And remember, the next best
You
time
got
to
2
tell
guns too?
stories
You
is
son of a
whenever
bitch.
it's near dark.
Oh, he said it!
I thought you